and speaking at your senior celebration. Coming into this school year, one of my fears, and let's be honest, in a COVID year, the fears were many, was that this would be the first year I taught all seniors. This may sound trivial, but being a senior-only teacher was scary for me, for a multitude of reasons. But namely, that our time together would be fleeting, where I would wage a daily battle to pull you off of Clash Royale or Cookie Run. The excitement of August would come and go. We'd build those connections, and then, before I knew it, I'd be shepherding you off onto what comes next. One thing I love about teaching is being able to loop with my students, meeting you when you are first stepping onto campus, and then being able to have you again after you've worked through some of those initial growing pains of being a teenager. Hence, why the 27 I'm graduating in Avid are so near and dear to my heart. I've been there with you at your lowest points, and I'm so proud to celebrate with you all today while you're at one of your highest. When I met my Avid class, as you too were first taking your first steps on campus, getting lost in the maze that is the 80s, 130s, and main building, 4 years seemed daunting, a distant light at the end of a tunnel. Now, here, try as I might, I can't slow time down to savor these moments anymore. Based on my calculations, this year alone, I taught 27% of the entire senior class. If I were to have any group to fill the entirety of my days on campus, I am fortunate that it was the class of 2022. For you were the first ones I was able to follow throughout your high school journey, from Allies to Avid, from World History to AP Micro and Senior Core. This is all to say that I know you as a class, though what I truly know is the top 2/3 of your face, the parts unobscured by a mask. I'm sure you're tired of hearing about COVID by now, so what I wish for you is a normal year, full of fulfilled expectations. You survived it. Though it may not feel like it at times, you were lucky in many ways. You were able to fully return to campus, and thus able to spend your year with your wonderful teachers every single day. You competed with the other 3 classes in homecoming, and even took first place, just not your senior year. You could dance the night away at prom, or should I say jump, because really your only dance move is jumping at this point. And my favorite of all is celebrate all your achievements with your family cheering you on at these graduation ceremonies. In your 4 years here, the only other class to have all those things was the graduating class your freshman year. So though this year had its fair share of bumps, rejoice in all the memories we were able to share together. This year has felt both excruciatingly difficult for me while also being punctuated with some of the highest points of my teaching career, one of which is being able to speak to you today. This is the year where we were plagued with items mysteriously disappearing from bathrooms all around the school, leading you all to hunting the campus for any unlocked bathroom. Doesn't Devious Licks feel like a lifetime ago? To events being postponed, adjusted, or replanned, this senior celebration being no different, you had to be, if nothing else, flexible. We as teachers have had to adapt to help support you through these tumultuous times as well. My second hope for you all is that maybe next year you'll finally be able to meet a deadline or arrive in on time. Graduation speakers have the distinct privilege of imparting some sage advice in your class, life lessons garnered across their time on this earth. This felt like such pressure, and like many of you, when I was first asked, the sheer gravity of that responsibility paralyzed me. My classroom never looked messier. Chores and errands I had put off for months were beckoning to me to help me avoid doing the work of writing this speech. I, in turn, decided to tell some of my most cherished memories of your class, from which you may glean whatever you like. But these are the reasons you will always hold a special place in my heart. To begin, I wanted to take a moment to speak directly to my Avid family. Right from the start, I could feel that I was walking into something special. You are and will always be my first Avid class, my test pancake of sorts. We were blindly taking on behemoths like the College Board, UCs, and CSUs. I remember agonizing over when and how I would come out to you, sharing a part of my personal story that up until that point in my teaching career, I didn't often talk about explicitly with students. It was during a circle time, your freshman year, when someone shared something vulnerable, a struggle they were going through, that helped me in turn find the words. The amount of love and kindness showered on me in those moments washed away any fears I may have had. That same amount of heart runs deep through the entirety of your class. You all are kind beyond your years, and I'm thankful to have been the recipient of that love. When I first came to Fremont, I knew that this place was different. The students were a good mixture of personality, drive, and heart. I found a department that supported me as an educator and where I felt empowered to be my genuine self. Fremont felt like home. Even though this will be my 6th year on campus, this was also a year of firsts for me. It was my first time teaching AP Micro, and let me tell you, there were some definite stumbles. Despite it all, those 70 students that put their trust in me really warmed my heart when I saw those maroon shirts emblazoned with "Sturdy with Curdy" across their chest to end the year. Though only 16 were ever made, I know those special few out there will only increase in value due to their relative scarcity. Last week, when I was told I needed to title this speech so that the printing of the programs could happen, Mr. Kakis and I worked to find something that would perfectly encapsulate something yet to be written. Our journey is what we came up with, and I am here to say that I am happy to have been part of your journey. Whether it be by directly being your teacher, or just having you join the madhouse that was my flex, it has been an absolute honor being part of your story and watching as you have grown into your own awesomeness. I've witnessed this greatness often through senior nights, band performances, culinary lunches, and am constantly in awe by the level of talent exhibited by your class. Life is not always going to be a straight line, where things fall right into place just the way you had envisioned. Heck, I didn't even get into UC Berkeley the first time, but rather off an appeal. Nor did I go right into teaching. Your timeline may look different from everyone else's, and that's okay too. When times become challenging or uncertain, think back to how you all felt that same way walking onto Fremont's campus 4 years ago, and still were able to come out ahead. You are ready for what's coming next, and I am confident that our world is going to be made better by all of you, for you all made Fremont better in your time here. Congratulations, class of 2022.